So we're only 3 months into 2019 and we've already seen some pretty amazing games being released, such as Resident Evil 2 Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3, Metro Exodus and a few others as well. Maybe Anthem, depending on who you ask. But there's still plenty of 2019 left to go, and with that is going to come a lot of new video game releases. So let's take a look at some of them that I'm most excited for. Let's do it. Now we'll kick things off with a game that comes out soonest, and that is Yoshi's Crafted World. This game comes out at the end of March, just a few days after you guys see this video, and I am super excited for this one. I'm more excited for this game than I really thought that I would be. I haven't had a great deal of experience with the Yoshi series of games over the years. I played Yoshi's Island back in the day, I played Yoshi's Story on the N64, and I believe that might be it. I think I may have played Yoshi's Woolly World, but I didn't own it, but I think I did play it. And Yoshi's Crafted World kind of follows in the same breath as Woolly World, just instead of everything being sort of fabric based, it's more based on arts and crafts, hence the name Yoshi's Crafted World. This game is bright, it's colourful, it's got great platforming mechanics. There's actually a demo on the eShop right now, you can go and check it out. There's also a video on my channel of me playing the demo, so if you want to go and sort of check the game out before it's released, see if it's something you guys want to check out and buy yourself, there'll be a link in the description box and probably a card as well in this video, so you can go and check out my playthrough of the demo. But this game is absolutely fantastic, it plays really well, the mechanics are great. After all, Nintendo made Mario arguably the greatest platforming games of all time, so I think they know how to make a good platforming game, and they definitely show it with Yoshi's Crafted World. It's bright, it's fun, it's colourful, it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just perfect entertainment. That's great for the whole family. I'm super looking forward to this one. It'd be a nice change of pace considering most of the games that I've played so far this year have been generally quite violent games like Resident Evil 2. It'd be nice to dive into a sort of nice happy platforming game. Like I say, if you want to check out the demo beforehand, there'll be a link in the description box. You can go and check out my video of it, and I'll be getting this game day one, and I'll be playing it for you guys. Don't you guys worry, I am so excited for this one. Now that we've talked about a super happy platforming game, what better way to circle back to some violence than with Mortal Kombat 11. Now, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I absolutely love the Mortal Kombat series. I've loved it ever since Mortal Kombat 2 back in like 94-ish. I remember playing it on a friend's SNES when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I absolutely fell in love with the game, and I have followed the series ever since. A little fun fact, when I was about 8 or 9 years old, I used to rent Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the PS1 from Blockbuster all the time. Like, I mean, pretty much like you'd rent it for 5 days for like £3.50. It'd go back, and within a couple of days I had the game again rented out, and it got to the point where I think that my parents spent more renting the game than it would have cost to actually get the game, and I think Blockbuster either gave them the copy of the game or sold it to them really cheap. And either way, I ended up with my own copy of Mortal Kombat Trilogy back around 98, 99, and I had so much fun with that game. I played Mortal Kombat Trilogy so much. I kind of dipped in and out of the series over the sort of next few installments that I didn't really play Mortal Kombat 4. I think I played Deadly Alliance a bit. I got Deception. I really liked Deception. I kind of dipped in and out of it a little bit from there until the reboot back around 2011 with Mortal Kombat 9. And of course, Mortal Kombat 10 came out a few years ago. I absolutely loved it. I've got it, I think, on PC and Xbox One. And yeah, if I'm going to pick a fighting game, it's generally the one that I'm probably going to go to. It's high action, it's gory, there's amazing fatalities. It's basically just a gore fest, and for some reason I just absolutely love that stuff. Now this game is shaping up to be absolutely fantastic too. I don't think all the roster has been revealed yet, but a lot of them have been, and it looks like it's going to be a good one as well. There should be a beta coming out around the back end of this month as well, so I'll be definitely checking that out, and you'll be looking forward to seeing some content on the channel of the Mortal Kombat 11 beta, and then the full game next month when it comes out. Man, I am so excited with this one. Now next up is a game that I never actually really followed until recently, but when I finally checked it out, I was like, man, this is definitely the game for me, and that is Days Gone. Now Days Gone is an action-adventure survival horror game, which is set in kind of a open-world sandbox environment, and man, this game looks absolutely fantastic, especially when you consider that I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. This is kind of definitely the game for me. The living want to kill you, the dead want to kill you, wild animals want to kill you. Basically, if something is alive or at least breathing and walking around, chances are it's probably going to kill you if you give it half the chance. Now you play as Deacon St. John, and basically it's you, your trusty bike, and whatever weapons, ammunition, and anything you basically can get your hands on that is going to keep you from becoming one of the dead, or just becoming dead in general. Now this game looks absolutely fantastic. Like I said, it's open world, action, adventure, survival, horror. All those things tick all the boxes for me. I'm a huge open world fan. I'm a huge action adventure fan. I'm a huge survival horror fan. I love zombies. I love all this stuff. This game is definitely one for me. If you haven't checked it out already, make sure you go and check it out. There'll be some trailers. I might leave in the description box if I remember when I'm editing this video. I'll put maybe a trailer in the description box. You can go and check it out. But I'll definitely be getting hold of this game. I believe it launches at the end of April. I think it's for 26th, which is like a day before my birthday. So yeah, this might just be a birthday present this year for me. But I'm super, super excited for this one. You'll be seeing it on the channel, no doubt. So make sure you stick around if you're excited for it. But yeah, as you can tell, I cannot wait for Days Gone. It looks absolutely fantastic. And now seeing as though we've had a couple of violent games in the past couple of entries, let's take it back to some more light-hearted fun, and that is Team Sonic Racing. Now the Mario Kart series is one of my favourite series of all time, and the Sonic Racing series is surprisingly a really underrated game as well. I've played the first two, I have loved the first two, and I'm so excited that we're getting Team Sonic Racing. Now as a kid growing up, I was without a doubt a Nintendo kid. I was all about Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, and all those amazing franchises. I didn't actually get into Sega till like my teens in the 2000s, but I'm so glad that I did, because Sega have got some amazing game series, obviously Sonic the Hedgehog and many, many others, and their racing series, which is basically their take on Mario Kart, is absolutely fantastic as well. Maybe not generally as good as Mario Kart is, but still a very, very fun racer in its own right. I'm super looking forward to this one. It's just fast paced, it's just light-hearted. It's just a lot of fun. I love kart races. I think I prefer them over racing sims like Forza, to tell you the truth. Much as I love games like Forza, Dirt and all that stuff like that, I think there's something about the light-hearted kart races which just appeal to me. It's just nice to just kick back. It's not too serious. They're quite short races. It's colourful. It's bright. It's fast. There's power-ups. All that stuff. Pretty much anything that you like about Mario Kart is in the Sonic Racing games as well. If you guys haven't checked them out already, make sure that you do. I believe the first two will be on previous gen platforms. I don't know if they got ported over to the PS4 and Xbox One, but I believe they are both on Steam as well. So make sure you go and check them out and get ready for this one. It should be a lot of fun. I definitely want to be checking this one out on the channel, so make sure you stick around for that. Moving on to another kart race, and this one I think the whole world is excited for. And surprisingly, this game kind of passed me by a little bit growing up, and that is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I believe somewhere it was, I'm sure it was a chain restaurant. I'm sure in the kids area of the restaurant, I'm sure they had a PS1 that often had Crash Team Racing on it, because I do recall playing it there. But this wasn't a game that I owned growing up, but it was a fantastic game in its own right. As I said, I was a Nintendo kid, so I was all about the Mario Kart, and this was basically Sony's answer to Mario Kart was the Crash Team Racing. Like at later dates, the Sonic Racing series is like Sega's answer to Mario Kart as well. But yeah, overall, back in the day, this game was absolutely fantastic. I've got nothing but fond memories of playing it. The game was absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to see it remastered and sort of retold in a modern era. It's going to be absolutely great. The Crash Insane trilogy is absolutely awesome. It was a great sort of remastering of the original Crash games from the PS1 era, so it'd be great to see Crash Team Racing getting the same treatment as well. I believe this comes out maybe around June-ish, so I'll be checking this one out for sure. Like I said, it kind of passed me by when I was growing up, and I'm not letting it happen again this time around. I'll be checking it out, and I'm actually thinking about maybe doing a lot of content for these kind of games, maybe like some online live streams of me playing the online mode of like Mario Kart or maybe Crash Team Racing or something. So if you guys are maybe interested in hanging out on stream, stuff like that, make sure you're subscribing down below, because it's definitely something that I've been thinking about over the past few weeks, and something that I might start doing when games like Crash Team Racing come out a little bit later on. Now, I actually already made the list for this video of what games I was going to cover, and as I was talking about Crash Team Racing, one game popped in my head because it also comes out in June, and I can't believe that I overlooked this, but man, this is in the top 3 games that I'm looking forward to this year, and that is Super Mario Maker 2. Now, Super Mario Maker came out on the Wii U a good few years ago, about 2015, 2016-ish. It was absolutely amazing. I've got a Wii U. I got Mario Maker. I think I've got the special edition actually behind me. You might be able to see it on camera. And it is so much fun. Basically, it allows us to make Mario levels. Something we've all dreamed about. We've all thought, I could make my own Mario level. I could make a really awesome level. And then basically in 2015, 2016, whenever it was, Nintendo said, you want to do it? Okay, go ahead. Make a Mario level. And man, it is so much harder than you give them credit for. But this game is so much fun. It's not really necessarily a game. It's more like a create simulator, I don't know what you'd even call it, but either way, you can create your own Super Mario levels, and that is a dream come true for so many gamers like me. And we are getting another crack at it with Super Mario Maker 2 on the Switch. Obviously the Wii U was dead on arrival pretty much, which is unfortunate because it's a fantastic console, just it never got the love that it deserved, and obviously all the third party developers kind of pulled out for it, and the Wii U kind of died a pretty horrible death. But with the Switch being as popular as it is, Nintendo is giving it another crack and saying, all the people that never got a chance to play Mario Maker back in the day, now you can play it now, new and improved, and I cannot wait to see all the courses that people are going to make in it. And I'm going to be checking it out, and I'm going to be making some content playing some of these stupidly hard courses. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let me know if you guys are excited for it down below in the comment section. When I heard that they were making this game, I was just like, yeah, boy, I was super excited for this one. So I'll be checking it out on the channel. I'll be playing some stupidly hard courses, and it's going to be a lot of fun, you mark my words. So yeah, that was just a late addition to the video. Didn't even think about adding it to my list, and I sort of popped up in my head, and I was like, I've got to include Mario Maker 2. How did I forget that? That is a game that I am super hyped for. As you can tell, a little bit excited. Now next up is a game that is hugely anticipated. People have been wanting this game for years, well over a decade, 10, 15 years, maybe more, since the last entry came out, and that is Shenmue 3. And believe it or not, this is actually a series that I have never ever played, and I'm really disappointed myself for that one. I didn't have a Dreamcast growing up. I didn't get a Dreamcast until like 2010-ish. And I still don't actually own it on there as well. Yeah, but basically the third one is finally coming out after many years of anticipation. Many fans hoping it would see the light of day. It finally is. And I'm going to be checking it out as well. Like I said, I never played the first two, but I believe they've just been re-released on modern consoles. So it might be worth me picking it up and maybe seeing what all the fuss is about and see if it's something that I'm going to enjoy. I don't know how much it's going to sort of blend in the previous two stories, but I imagine it kind of will because it's the third installment of the series. I kind of imagine it is going to follow on or maybe be a prequel or something. I don't know. So yeah, I think I want to get myself the first two games and go and check out the third when it is finally released. I believe it comes out like July or August, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, excited for it because like I said, I know nothing about it. Just I've heard nothing but great things about it. So I'm excited to go and check it out after all these years. Like I said, I wasn't a Dreamcast kid growing up. Didn't own one until I was an adult. So yeah, I've got a little bit of catching up to do. And I'm going to do it before Shenmue 3 comes out later this year. Now another game that passed me by growing up is Medieval. Now thankfully they're actually remaking it this year. It's going to be released this year and I'm super excited for that one. Medieval is a game that I never owned as a kid, but I did have a demo of it on the PS1, and man, I played through that demo so many times. I loved that thing. Just obviously when you're a kid you don't have your own money, so you can't go out and buy a boatload of games. You kind of get stuck with whatever your parents buy you, and unfortunately my parents never bought me Medieval, so I did miss out on it. But I finally get my chance this year to play it with the Medieval remake, which is coming out later this year. It's an awesome sort of hack and slash action game. It's pretty light-hearted. It's not too serious, but it's a lot of fun in the same breath. And yeah, it's really fun. It's definitely one of the more underrated games on the PS1. A lot of people look back at it now with a lot of fond memories, and a lot of people love it. But I think back in the day, I don't think it quite got the love and popularity that it maybe deserved. And hopefully now that it's been released in 2019, hopefully it'll get a second chance of life, and everyone will go and love it. Like I said, I played the demo back in the day and it was amazing. So I've got no doubt that it's going to be absolutely fantastic when it's remade and released later this year. Now this one is a blast from the past, or at least for me, and that is Luigi's Mansion 3. Now the second one did come out on 3DS, I think it was a couple of years ago, but I never ended up buying it. I've got a 3DS, but to tell you the truth, I don't really play it that often, so I haven't had a chance to play Luigi's Mansion 2, but Luigi's Mansion 1 was released on the GameCube back in like 2002, I think it was a launch title for the GameCube. I remember owning it. I got a GameCube when it was released, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. This time we get to play as Luigi, where basically he's got to try and find and save Mario by going into scary spooky mansions, and he's got a vacuum cleaner on his back for some strange reason, which sucks up ghosts. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's pretty much it's what you'd expect it to be. It's basically Mario in a mansion without platforming skills, but yeah, it's Nintendo have made it. It's very well made. Basically think like Mario Sunshine, you had like a water thing on your back and basically had to shoot water at things. This is kind of like the reverse of it, where you've got a vacuum on your back and you've got to suck things up. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's basically Luigi in a mansion with ghosts And you got to basically just solve puzzles and suck up ghosts and do all of that stuff. But yeah, it was a lot of fun back in the day when I was growing up, and I cannot wait to play it again with Luigi's Mansion 3. As always, I'll be covering it on the channel, so make sure you're sticking around for that. But yeah, it should be a good one. It's going to be a good year for like nostalgia, I think. There's a lot of nostalgia games coming out. Obviously, you've got Crash Team Racing, you've got Medieval, Luigi's Mansion's getting a new game. There's all sorts of great stuff coming out this year, man. It's going to be a good year for gaming, I've got to say. I am super, super excited for these games coming out. Now, speaking of a blast from the past, the Star Wars Jedi series is making a comeback. The Star Wars Jedi Knight series was a popular one back in the day with the likes of Jedi Academy, stuff like that. And yeah, there's a brand new Star Wars Jedi game coming out in 2019 called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, this one looks absolutely fantastic. It takes place shortly after the events of Episode 3, which, by the way, is my favourite Star Wars movie of all time. Please don't hate me. Now, this is a game made by Respawn Entertainment, which is the same developers that made the recently released Apex Legends, the Battle Royale game, which is getting so much love right now. And you take control of a Jedi Padawan after the events of Order 66, in which saw all the Jedi were slain, and Anakin obviously killed all the younglings as well. So basically, you get to control a Jedi in the aftermath of all that, where the Jedi have basically fallen. There's no Jedi left. Everything is out to get them. Everyone hates them, and they basically got to go into hiding and try and sort of rebuild themselves and regroup. So there's going to be lightsabers, there's going to be lightsaber duels, there's going to be everything you love about Star Wars, and I'm super excited with this one. A lot of people have given hate to EA over the years for their treatment of the Star Wars franchise, and to tell you the truth, Star Wars Battlefront 2 was not half as bad as you guys think it is. If you guys actually played it, you know it's a pretty damn solid game. Battlefront 1 wasn't actually the best Battlefront game in the world, but the second one was absolutely fantastic. I don't care what anyone says, and Respawn Entertainment absolutely nailed it with Apex Legends recently. So I think that the Fallen Order game is definitely in safe hands of Respawn Entertainment. This game looks like it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We don't know a great lot of details about it right now, but obviously E3 is just around the corner. I'm sure we're going to find out a lot more about it by then. But yeah, I am super, super excited with this one. I love Star Wars, my favourite film series of all time, and I cannot wait to get my hands on Jedi Fallen Order. It's going to be a good one. There's lightsabers. Right, the final game I'm going to be talking about is the brand new Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now, last year we got our first ever home console version of a main series Pokemon game with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Now, yes, some people say it's a mainline Pokemon game, some people say it isn't. I say it is, even though it's just a Gen 1 remake. But that was the first time we ever got a home console, proper, true-to-life Pokemon game. Something that I've been waiting for like the last 20 years. Ever since the N64, I've always wanted a home console Pokemon game, which kind of defeated the purpose of Pocket Monsters because it kind of implies handheld. But obviously the Switch is a hybrid handheld console, so it made sense to finally bring the series over to the Switch, and I am so glad that they did. I've been playing Pokemon ever since Red and Blue, and that was literally a dream come true for me. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee was literally a dream come true game for me. I've wanted it since the N64. It didn't come out in the N64. When the GameCube came out, I thought it's got enough power in it now that we can have a home console Pokemon game. Didn't come out. The Wii came out, and I was like, this will be the time when we get a home console Pokemon game. No, we didn't. The Wii U came out. There was no reason at all why we shouldn't get one, and we didn't, and we finally did with the Switch. But Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield are the first official sort of true mainline Pokemon games because of the fact that it's a brand new generation of games, brand new Pokemon in that, and I am super, super excited with this one. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's everything that we love about a Pokemon game, just on a home console, which is still a handheld, so you can still kind of play it in the traditional manner. But yeah, I'm super excited to sit and play a proper mainline Gen 8 Pokemon game using a controller or something like that. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's literally a dream come true for me. Like, it's a lot of these games I've been talking about being like dream come true games, but this one truly is a dream come true game for me. I've been waiting since the 90s for this game to happen, and it has finally come out at the back end of 2019, and I cannot wait for it. And as I've said it a million times, and I'll say it once more, I am super excited for this game, and I'll be covering it on the channel. So if you're excited for it, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. You don't want to miss out when it comes out, because I'll be covering it. I'll be playing through it all. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm super, super excited for a lot of games. I've said that phrase so many times in this video. But man, it's going to be a good year for gaming. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a fantastic year. There's so many great games coming out. And to be fair, I only scratched the surface of the games I am most looking forward to. There's potentially a lot more out there that are coming out in 2019 that I'm just as excited for as well. So yeah, overall, it's going to be a good 12 months of video gaming, or the remaining 9 months of video gaming for 2019. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this list today. It's not something that I do too often, but I kind of want to do more stuff like this on the channel. So if it was a little bit shaky at times, it's unscripted. I'm just talking to you guys. Maybe over time I'll refine it with scripts and stuff like that. I'm basically just winging it right now. I just thought I'll sat here do nothing. I had nothing to do, and I just thought I'm going to talk about games that I'm excited for. That's what I decided I was going to do. So now I'm sat here talking to you, and now you're sat watching me talk to you guys and stuff like that. So yeah. So I'm going to wrap up this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one today. If you did, if you enjoyed me rambling about absolute nonsense for 10 minutes or so, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you're new around here. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, click all. That way you'll never miss out when a video goes live on the channel, because I do playthroughs, I do reviews, I do tutorials, I do all that good stuff over here on my little slice of YouTube. Like I said at the start of the video, Yoshi's Crafted World is coming out in about a week's time, and I'll be getting it on the channel. I'll be playing it for you guys. If you're excited for that one, make sure you're sticking around. My name is Doodles. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.